Well, good morning. I got up a little later than usual, but yesterday was kind of a long day. And I usually like to try to beat the sun up, just the fishing's a little bit better. And so with the late start, I decided just to run down to the reservoir right here by the house. Looks like the water is coming up. They're letting the rest of the runoff stop in the lake. So let's go see if we can catch some fish. Today, kind of excited, we just got a new tank. We're going to talk about rain catchment a little bit. Oh, it's a beautiful morning out here. There's a little bit of a breeze. Ooh, getting a few little bites. Yeah, I see a lot of smaller bass, smaller panfish on the surface this morning, so we'll see what we catch. Well, we'll see what we try to catch. Just troll along here, get a nice paddle in. There we go, there's one. Kind of acts like a small bass. We'll see if we get a little hop. I'm telling you, I've lived in the city. We spent 6 years in Honolulu. Then we came back to Utah, and we spent 4 or 5 years down in Provo, Salt Lake area. Oh, that's a trout. He's 12. I love it. Get the skunk out of the boat early. I'll tell you, this white and this clear and pink, it looks like a Rapala, but it's not. I'm trying to remember the brand. He's done pretty well this year. What am I talking about? Oh, city. Now, Honolulu being the biggest city that we lived in for sure, but we did live in the Provo area down in Utah. Then we moved north to Logan, which is a small city, a college town, Utah State University. And you know, for me, it's just conveniences are nice, but the crowds, especially driving during rush hour and what have you, just not my cup of tea. So when I can come out here, wake up half an hour later than usual, still come out, hit the lake and catch some fish, get my row in, you just can't beat it. So yeah, visit with us, eccleshenline.com. Let us help you look for your off-grid property, whether it's a small 1 acre hobby farm all the way up to a 40, 80, 100 acre full-blown farm. Love to help you out. A lot of debris, so I've been taking crap off my hook, but what I've been seeing is a few little ones boiling, so I'll kind of paddle over to the boil and cast in, and then just slowly paddle through where they've been coming up. We've been getting a few of these little trout. Come here, buddy. If I'm going to be catching trout, I think I'm going to switch over to more of a trout lure. So I'm going to go to my Jake's Cast Lure, which trout seem to love. Whoa. Oh. Tell you what, this little pink guy today, He's ticking off a few little trout. Oh yeah, don't you come off now. Like I mentioned, I use barbless hooks. Another little 12-incher. So another area that people looking for off-grid living or hobby farm is rain catchment. And so we're going to look at some of the tanks that we picked up, rain catchment, some of the things we're looking to do on our property. As I've shown in some of the former videos, we live on a slope with the home on the upper edge and the shop on the upper edge. And so we actually paid to have some guys come out and put rain gutter on the shop so that we could do our rain catchment tanks at the base and then just gravity feed down the hill from the tanks to our trees. Gonna put my chicken coop down there. We're gonna put a small garden. When I say small, it's gonna be small. We're not gonna get too heavy into the gardening, at least this year. Just based on time, and it's already into mid-June, so I think I'll throw in some green onion and something else that's impossible to ruin, because I definitely do not have a green thumb. But these tanks, you got to check your state laws, see how much rainwater you can legally take and catch. And that was a bite on that Jake's, and I missed him because I was talking, but that's okay. Our friend Pink Fury over here on the left floats, so I'm not too worried about her. Good job, Jake. Alright. There's another boil right ahead of us. I have a 2-pole license, and if they're really boiling, what I'll do is just troll along with one, and then I'll cast into these boils. But since I just cast out, we have to paddle through. Now I'm sure people are going to say boil. That ain't no boil. I agree. Basically, it's just surfacing. Down at Willard Bay in northern Utah, kind of by Ogden, Willard, Brigham City area, they have a fish in there that's a hybrid. I believe it's a striped bass walleye hybrid. It's called a wiper. And man, when they boil, you throw anything silver in the middle of those and you got a fight going. What a delicious fish. What a fighter, I'll tell you. Man, Jake's. Oh, get it out of there. Come on. These little rainbows are sure active this morning. Man, he came right off. He is is 12 to 13 inches. Pretty little fish. So on the back of our house, we've got 2 tanks. One is going to feed mostly fruit trees, and the other one we're going to use just for watering of pens. We're hopefully eventually going to put a, what do you want to say, kind of a corral in the back, and so we'll use that rain catchment there. We also use it for emergency water. We do store water. A lot of people who are diehard preppers talk about the different ways they store water. They do rain catchment. I've even heard people say their hot tub is a good source of water storage for them, at least for bathing and for using in the toilet if needed. So yeah, I'll take that too if I need to. And what is going on with Pinky over here? My bail wasn't tripped. Okay. Just check the time. 7:30. So we've got a meeting with a lender this morning who does loans on raw land, on construction loans, kind of hybrid loans. One of my clients is looking at a 3.5 acre parcel, possibly to build a home as investment or possibly for themselves. So we're going to go have some lunch and talk with the lender this morning. I shouldn't say this morning, lunchtime. But, oh Jake, see that? Again, those barbless hooks, and the way I troll, it's hard to set the hook sometimes when they're in the pole holder. So I usually count on the fish to do the setting for me. Like that one, again, boom, boom. Gosh. Well, I tell you, they're snipping at it, they're just not biting hard enough. Well, I just had a little bass on using this guy. Just missed another one. Usually where there's little bass, there's big bass. This is a littler guy. And he's a trout biting my bass lure. Get over here. Come on, baby, right in there. Come on, baby. Well, another day. Another day, my friends.